An impact story is a story where a person tells very much from his own perspective, how they did it, what motivated them, what came into being, and how did it all work out. And here we have a winner from 2018, and it's from Pakistan. RAAJI and is the project or the initiative. And I say hello to Saba Khalid. Saba, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Peter. Really excited to be here.
Just tell us your impact story. We are all very, very interested in what you do, how it came about, and where you're going. Please.
Awesome. So I started off in 2018 with this idea that my country, which is Pakistan, is highly populated. There are a lot of gender issues that the world knows about, and they seem to be, I would say, increasing every year. We have a great gender inequality problem. Abortion rates in the country were really high. Population growth rate was really high. Contraceptive usage was really, really low. And these were frightening, I would say, statistics for me. And somebody who's young and uses digital technology, I knew that, one solution could be providing women and girls with the kind of content that could change their lives and really change their trajectory when it comes to their health. And so we kind of did a prototype, and we put something together which was called RAAJI, and it was a chatbot that provided girls with information about reproductive health. Within the country, when we built this, we thought immediately, oh my God, everyone is going to start using it, and it's going to have a huge impact. And surprisingly enough, it had very few downloads, and it also wasn't recognized or thought of as an innovation within the country. And this was really disappointing for me. However, we had at that time a lot of experts or mentors who suggested to us that, why don't you apply this particular innovation and see whether this could be something that could be scaled, this could be something that could be marketed, this could change and alter and become something more with time. And so we actually submitted our application for WSA, and we had a very interesting journey where first we were nominated locally, and we went to the next stage. Then we were actually selected as a winner and invited to Lisbon to receive Portugal to receive an award. And not only did we receive an award, we were also selected as a global winner in our entire learning and education category. So for me, from that, not being sure of whether this innovation could really grow to getting there was a journey on its own. However, from that particular stage moment in Portugal, immediately back home, it started like a domino effect. It started opening doors for us. Everyone knew who we were and what we were doing, and this led to a lot of interest from NGOs that wanted to use our application. It led to a lot of various grant opportunities. Right after, we won MIT Solve, which was another global opportunity. We won funding from BMW Foundation, from Roddenberry Foundation, and so it allowed me to actually build a better version of the product that I was building. I was able to take it and test it and pilot it, and so this was for me really something that I feel that WSA had a huge impact on our journey. However, it didn't end there, because at the end of 2019, we were invited as a jury member. I was invited as a jury member. And I remember at WSA in Tunisia, I was one of the youngest jury members, and I was so unsure and having this imposter syndrome that am I really the right person to make a comment about these innovations that are coming from around the world. And I remember just being around these jury members and reading the applications of all the innovations that were being built around the world. It was literally like getting a master's degree in social innovation, just those 3-4 days. So I really enjoyed that. And then after 2019, when we went back and we were trying to scale, COVID happened. And that's again when I reached out to a lot of mentors within the WSA local network and international network, and I shared that, look, I'm lost. How do we kind of pivot? what do we come up with? How do we deal with this situation? And so that's again somewhere that I went for advice, and I was really lucky that we were able to pivot in a way that this particular year we've made so much progress. This year alone, we've signed 10 financial and non-financial MOUs with a lot of NGOs, with schools where our product is being used, with technology consulting companies. We've won various competitions. I am actually in an accelerator for the first Femtech lab, which has started in Europe. And fortunately enough, I also partnered with another WSA winner from Pakistan. Her name is Tanzila Khan, and she's going to be part of our later panel as well. And we started building a whole movement of reproductive health innovations. Hers is also reproductive health innovation, so we found like sisterhood in that. And so we've been working together, and we've really made a lot of progress, and we're creating locally, I would say, an ecosystem for innovation. And now we're also thinking that, the next few years, we want to be impact investors because we don't have enough in the country. So I feel like, this really gave us the push that we needed to do the work that we wanted to do. So when we started off, we wanted to solve every reproductive health problem in the world. And that was proven wrong because at the time, the softwares and the technology that we were using, it wouldn't provide accuracy in solving every problem. So we had to find our niche. We had to see what problem had to be solved first. And so from all of reproductive health, we narrowed down to menstrual education. So just to give you a brief background, 79% of Pakistani girls do not manage their periods hygienically. And so this was alarming. We did more research into it. We dug deep, and we realized we had to find a niche, and we had to focus on that niche. So once we knew that, then we started also approaching a lot of menstrual companies within Pakistan and internationally. So then we kind of found sponsors. These sponsors helped us to go and pilot in classrooms. We also realized that technology alone does not work in Pakistan. So we not only have I would say a gender inequality problem, but we also have a gender divide, digital divide, which means that girls are less likely to have phones and laptops. That meant that we had to also design in a way that they could get access to technology, but also access to information, which meant that we would sometimes take digital devices into classrooms. And this meant that we also had to do a human and a bot-led approach. So, usually in the developed world, you put out an app and you put a lot of marketing money into it, and it's downloaded and people start using it. We had to actually, go into the classrooms. We had to get the teachers equipped with it, the parents, get the parents yes on it as well. Then it could go to the children. So for us, this was a whole journey in understanding that, digital innovations work very differently, I would say, in the developed world and very differently in the developing world, where technology is still, there's problems with accessibility.
Thank you very much, Saba. I think it's not just that they work differently in different countries, but it's also very different in terms of the theme and the topic and the problem. Yeah. And as you know more well than everybody else around here, is that menstrual issues are very intimate and very personal issues. And to download an app on that is a very different one than just to download a gaming app or kind of adventure story or an e-commerce app. So that might play a role as well. And congratulations again. And I hope that the WSA community keeps on feeding you with good spirit and lots of energy